Hey, once again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for having me in your living room. Jason DeBeers courtside. This is the switch on the first set of the second round of the qualifier, the Porsche Cup qualifier in the AVP. I'm Jason DeBeers, once again co-promoting with Renee Marcellus, aka Dade. Right now we have Mark Burik serving, Bill Kolinske at the net, and I believe the score is 6-8. Little shot off the tape, trying to figure out which side that bounced off of, and Burik fought the tape, and the tape won. Striking first blood on the switch off right now is Stafford Slick, who's at the net blocking, and serving is Billy Allen. Very formidable team. AVP champion, multiple-time AVP finalist. I believe 2 years ago they made the finals 3 times. New York, Seattle, and San Francisco. Ball's out of bounds, 7-9. All right, let me keep track of score for you guys. The score is 10-8. Oops, swipe down. Swipe down. Nope, swipe down. Score is 10-8, people. I'm gonna see if I could fix this. Okay, let's reset this. Thank you for joining us this first set. This is Slick and Allen. Stafford Slick, Billy Allen, nursing a 1-point lead. We're back from the technical timeout. This is the first set. Thank you for joining me. Thanks Dade, Renee Marcellus, for co-promoting with me and allowing me to share this on my file and do a little bit of a director's cut, if you will. Comes with its advantages, of course. All right, I get to mic up. You get to hear the sound of my wonderful voice, and there's a side out, 12-10. I also found a way to implement a scoreboard, when this set's over, everyone who's asking me how I'm doing this, I'm actually gonna show you how. What I'm not gonna do is bullcrap any of you by talking about how easy it is. Oh, it's easy. That's easy. The worst thing I hate to hear when I'm looking up like a how-to is in the beginning how everybody shows you how easy it is. And I understand that's something they want to do to keep you engaged and listening to the whole video, but I wish people would be a little bit more candid. No. For easy, we wouldn't need the how-to. (12-10). Stafford slick with the serve. There's the on-2. Blocked. Mark Burik. Line over Doug. Actually, that was a 4-block switch. That was brilliant by Billy, the bully Allen. Shot counts and the foul. That ball's in, and there's a net violation by Bill Kolinske. Billy Allen, one of the co-founders and co-authors of a very good podcast called Coach Your Brains Out. Is more or less pioneered by John Mayer, but if you know anything about John Mayer and Billy Allen, they are thick as thieves, two peas in the pod, if you will. I think we have a true transition point, and that's 13-10. Yeah, it's called Coach Your Brains Out. So anyone who's on the volleyball coaches and trainers site that's just looking for advice on how to do this and growth mindset, chop wood, carry water, staying positive, getting eliminating the drama queen syndrome on certain teams, and just having them concentrate on the sport and make them better players. I can't think of a better two people than John Mayer and Billy Allen. In fact, I can't think of a better one person than John Mayer. Jim McNamee gives a shout out. Jim McNamee, this is Cher from Dade. So anyone who doesn't want to hear the sound of my voice, and I know there are some of you out there, and that's fine too. Just go to hers. This is her link. You get to hear the sound of her voice, which is awesome. Beautiful jump in. Wow. That was a straight up 2-block by Bill Kolinske. Narrows the lead to 1. Bill Kolinske, I believe a Wisconsinian. Made his first semifinals last year in Manhattan Beach, first time since New York City in 2015. So, and he hasn't, if you remember, he hasn't been in the AVP for a while. So that was a great coming back party for him. It was his way of saying the boss is back. And jeez Louise, sometimes when you're in system like that, you need another block. I believe the score is 13 up. And I put 14. Whoops. Oh, that ball was wide, I guess. Or it was a double hit. You guys tell me. We got 13-13. It's not 14 up. And that ball left balloons out of bounds. And now that's my quick fix. That's 14-13. That's how you fix your scoreboard when your swipe down function's not working. There's a cover looking to get to the switch. Billy Allen threads the needle on the splitter. And now leading 15-13. Stafford, Slick, and Billy Allen. Stafford Slick, former basketball player, Minnesota. I'd like to take the time to thank all 4 competitors for being on my podcast. And I had a show before this called Volleyball the Tuesday After. Bill Kolinske's been on twice, multiple times, once by himself, once with Miles Evans. Billy Allen, really nice, really good idea of hoodwinking Stafford Slick on being on the show, and that was fun. That was when he just cut his hair. He had long hair back then. There's a pretty good block, and failed at the attempt on the cover on Mark Burik, who has to suck it up or this game's going to get out of control. Speaking of avoiding the game getting out of control, there's a good timeout called, 16-13. Very smart timeout by Bill Kolinske and Mark Burik.
Is that way that we can send more people to lunch?
14-13. Okay, it's 16-13. Stafford, Billy.
That's right. Well, let's swipe down. Let's check the scoreboard. We got Hey, look at that. Molly Turner and Katie Hogan. Set point. Gonna have 5 opportunities to finish off that game. Comes in as a number 12 seed, and I am telling you, Molly Turner, you know she's a baller, and you know she's very good at playing to her limitations and testing her ceiling, but Katie Hogan, when she is on, look out, shout. So when this set is over, I'm gonna actually tell you guys how I'm doing the scoreboard. Yeah. And I'll also preface my comments once again by saying that it's not easy. And news on court 1, Molly Turner and Katie Hogan has won the first set 21-16. So for those of you that can't see the live stream in that women's match, I apologize. And let's just say I'm married to the mob. I'm with Dade for court 2 for the rest of the way. 16-13. Let's get the scoreboard back. Wow, cross court, Doug. Pretty good dig. Free ball opportunity. Bill Kolinske, up and down set. Kolinske got it. Nice competitive jump in by Stafford Slick, and Bill kind of got caught on the way down, but in the game of inches, barely got it past his outstretched right hand, and for now they stopped the bleeding, but still trailed by 2. Mark Burik flashes the sign. And here's a jump floater, most likely going to be in the middle, Billy Allen's left shoulder. Wait for it. No, this time it's right shoulder, zone 1, position 1. Oh, beautiful line over by Billy and Mark. Great patience in staying home, and I think it's a testament to his athleticism where he actually watched for like a half second and still almost made the recovery, but there are levels to this, and at this level, if that half second is all you need for that ball to drop. Serve out of the middle, Burik. Here's the drift set, Burik. Beautiful cross court. Nice. And it was so beautiful, it looked like he knocked himself down. Or, uh-oh. Oh no. No, I'm not. My future seeing skills need a lot of work, but if what happened, what I thought is, I think he, that might be a calf issue. Someone who's been playing this game for years and years, I've had a ball where I hit and I landed, and when I tried to walk, you felt something in your leg, your calf, and you just automatically like fall down. And no, it's probably not that, because for me that finished my night. You feel like this pop in your calf, or like someone threw a golf ball at it, and then you're just like, what the hell? Who? First of all, you look around like, who threw that? And then second of all, you feel like you can't move it or you can't walk and you just fall. But I'm so glad I misdiagnosed. Me misdiagnosing Mark Burik on that is a good thing. Trust me, you do not want to deal with that. It is a pain in the butt. Mark Burik out of George Mason University. Bill Kolinske, nice pat down, very good wrist snap. That was all wrist and elbow on that. Trying to get a little momentum back, and still trailing by 2 is Kolinske and Burik. Yeah, Timothy Corneliuson, thank you for that. It just looked like a roll where he just kind of like rolled with it and was like, okay, this is going to feel funny later tonight, but I don't feel it now. I feel adrenaline, and I just want to win this game. Wow. There's the cutback. And there's your switch. And here comes Mark Schumerman to save the day. You can hear him in the background. He's mic'd up. I believe he has a camera and he's live streaming it on Instagram, so he's next to my camera. But in light of the fact I'm strapped up to a better microphone, you're probably going to hear me more than him. But we appreciate the game show host voice. Doesn't it? Come on, doesn't it sound like a game show host? And coming down the aisle for The Price is Right. Thanks, Tim. Score is 17-19. Allen goes cross court and, excuse me, Mark Burik goes cross court and want to double check that score for you guys. I think I gave the wrong team both points, but if I did it wrong both ways, I believe the score is 20-17. Set point opportunity number 1 for Slick and Allen. Burik, will he go jump serve middle? He should. He's got to go jump serve middle, left shoulder. Stafford. A little bit of a J hook on the pass. Stafford gets blocked. What a block. Much needed by Bill Hayubinski Kolinske. Timeout is called. Score is 18-20, and buggering off to the other court is Mark Schumerman. You know, I gotta be careful with Mark Schumerman because he seems so thick-skinned, like he could take a joke and you could poke fun at him. But, you know, if he's sensitive, he's gonna be like, oh, I heard what he said about me. I don't want nothing to do with that guy. I don't, you know, but I don't think Mark Schumerman's sensitive like that. The only reason why I even brought it up, I had a conversation with him and for my podcast when I was telling him, you know, I have other guests outside of volleyball because volleyball players aren't always interesting people. He took exception to that. He's like, what are you talking about? There are plenty of interesting volleyball players. And I think he misinterpreted what I was talking about. When I said interesting people, I was talking about someone's ability to generate the interest of people who do not watch the sport. You know, I mean, are they interesting people? Yeah, to people that follow them. Yeah, but this is, you know, my podcast. What I'm trying to do is move the volleyball needle everywhere. You know, I'm making everybody just aware of everything around him, inside and outside the South Bay. I'm a bi-coastal dude, so there you have it. Set point opportunity number 2 or 3? Yeah, number 3. Burik, left shoulder. That's the serve I was looking for. Creates his string, and there's your man. Beautiful back switch, and it went right into Mark Burik, who would love to have that ball back. That was a perfect scheme. The pull was perfect, and the last-minute switch was perfect, and Bill hit straight into it. And at this level, you either dig that ball or you don't, and thus concludes the first set. Scoreboard, I have an app called ScoreCam, which I use for beach volleyball national events. Basically, you can live stream on YouTube or Facebook. If you're just using a one-camera set, this is what it looks like. Those are the flips, and this is what the camera looks like.
Okay.
So you can record, you can stop, you can press, you can actually tap the screen and press it. You can tap the settings. Let me show you the settings, how to reset scores. It's how you put in your names. And right now they're at 1 set to 0. You click on that, and when you click on that and press done, it looks like this. First set, excuse me. But when you click on this, 1 set to 0, press done. And it says that Slick and Allen leading 1 set to 0. So that's how I'm doing my scoreboard. I could chroma key out all the black, but the problem is if I chroma key out all the black, what happens is the scoreboard's up, and that's fine, right? But the rest of this, if you look at the record button, all that other stuff on the timer, there's no way to get rid of that. So what I'm doing is just doing a wipe on my video switcher. So it looks like the whole bottom half is the scoreboard, and it doesn't look professional, but it looks better than amateur. and thanks for allowing me in your living room and for all this to happen. And Stafford, Slick, and Allen have a 1-point lead. Oh, what a beautiful swing by Bill, but an even better dig by Billy Allen. And man, when he's on like that, I got to tell you, when Billy Allen plays volleyball like that, it is not like a flash in the pan. That's not like a one-set thing or a one-match deal. Billy, when he's like that, he's like that for the entire tournament. There's nothing in the world like watching that man at his best. Just watch the ball come to him, make the digs look like, you know, like anyone can play this game. Like, oh man, that's easy. See the rundown? Didn't require a lot of speed, and his twitch didn't require like heavy reaction off the twitch. He just read and literally walked to it. I didn't even see him run. So quick 3-0, and Honestly, any FIVB game, man, you look at some of these international teams, they're calling timeout now. Kelly Campbell says, we can't really hear him. Your sound is great and clear. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Kelly Campbell is, but this chick is stalking me, man. She's got a, you know, I mean, everywhere I go, there she is, you know. Wow. Catches them on the back penetration of that and finally get on the board. Thanks, Larry Hastings. Says nice scoreboard, and if you page back on this, I'll explain to everybody how I did it. And at the end, you can look back and say it's easy, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy setting this up. It took a while. I mean, by the time I got in this game, it was 7-up. Wow, there's a beautiful line over and nice read, and playing the racing game with Mark Burik on that, and winning is Billy Allen. Leading by 3 in the set. Leading 1-0 in the match. This Stafford Slick and Billy Allen. Mentioned Billy Allen's podcast before. Billy Allen and John Mayer have a podcast called Coach Your Brains Out. Whoa, what a clamp. Oh, no. Okay. Did he sneak it through? No. No sneak through on that. Stafford Slick took the elevator to the penthouse. Nobody peeking at his window. There's a nice cover. Billy Allen. Is he going to be the artist again? This time Mark Burik had a little bit more balance, looking for transition, desperately trying to get to the switch with some level of, how should I say, with some level of momentum change. There's your switch. This second set of the second round of the AVP Porsche Cup qualifiers. I can't even believe I'm saying the word qualifiers. Yeah, guys, I'm saying the word qualifiers, and you have Stafford Slick and Billy Allen and Mark Burik and Bill Kolinske on a court. Jim McNamee, no, you don't get to meet Kelly Campbell. I don't need you stealing all of my women. You can have some, but you can't have them all, okay? I'm lucky enough. I got someone who's hot, who plays volleyball, plays like 3 sports. Fell in love with volleyball because of me. Ivy League educated. Nope, you can't have her. Nope, nope. Let's check score. Sorry if I missed that. Yakking away. (7-2), I believe. Yep. As an ex-military guy who's gotten around the world and volleyball player, I think it's safe to say I've met a lot of women in my life. Of all of my long-term relationships with girls who have an Ivy League education. So now, I'm a bigot. I'm a non-Ivy League bigot. I don't know, you know, all of my those are the ones that last. That's the criteria. Ooh, that ball's hit out of bounds, and timeout at this point, it just really upsets me. You know, when you're down by 3, you got something to talk about. 8-2, it's almost like, let's talk about Game of Thrones. Let's talk about, I don't know, let's talk about Avengers Endgame. We're back from the timeout. Each team is afforded 1 timeout apiece, or 2 timeouts if you consider the technical timeout. So 2 timeouts apiece, including the technical. And there's the side out. I always say good timeout when you come back and the person misses their serve. Every coaching player says good timeout. They're going straight up 1 block on this one. And I would love to see Bill, if it's a 1 block. I don't really want to see these bait and switch on 3 blocks. I want to see him dip down and pull, or dip down and block. I think if he does that, it gives at least gives Mark Burik more time to pursue the line over, which is he's struggling with right now. You start 3 blocking the 1 block, you lose some inches off your height, and now Stafford Slick, who's in the zone right now, his poke your line over is superior, and Burik, who's still trying to find a way to get a good dig, is in the world of hurt. For some reason the score says 9-4. I'm going to see if I can try to fix that for you guys. So I apologize, it's not 10-3. It is 10-4. Wow, don't need to swipe down for anything. So the cool thing about the scoreboard, if you miss it, you can swipe down. It's on your iPhone or iPad. If you're going to do something like this for any local production, I strongly suggest the iPhone, because the iPhone already has the wide screen, where the iPad has to make the wide screen with you, and the scoreboard is too high. You can't do the wipe function. You can't move the scoreboard more to the bottom like you want to, and the wipe function doesn't. It looks like almost half screen. So if you're going to do the scoreboard and use ScoreCam, that's what it's called. ScoreCam's an app. It's a free app, but if you want more functions, it's like $5.99 for like the entire year. And it's obviously volleyball motivated, because they have innings for baseball, they have shot clocks for basketball on this ScoreCam app, but they have 5 different scoreboards for volleyball. So whoops, that's 10-5. So whoever invented this is obviously a volleyball player, and there's a much needed break. And I believe the score is 6-11, so forgive me. The one thing I'm struggling right now is because I moved my scoreboard all the way to the bottom, the swipe down function keeps swiping up. So right now it's 6-10, not 6-11, so bear with me. And if they keep getting points, I'll just switch it. But I think the way Allen and Slick have been siding out, I think that 11th point's going to be academic. Bill Kolinske, and that ball luffed balloons out of bounds, and boy, did I go out on the limb by predicting that, didn't I? Yippee. All right, 11-6. Serve to Bill Kolinske, the up and down out of the middle. Man, nobody. I mean, besides Phil and Avatar, I think Bill works that middle set, that up and down, better than most of the big men. Stafford Slick, he's really in love with that set to the pin, and height and level of production. Hey, give him his set. Give that man his set. Mark Burik jump serve. Ooh, was that in? Ooh, there's a George Mason flashback. That ball, that's an ace and 6s. 8-11, pretty similar to the first set. Identical 8-11s. It also moved Stafford Slick a half a step to his left shoulder, if you guys saw that. This one goes straight to him. There's the up and down. Slick. Stafford slicks one down the line, and we're 1 away from the technical timeout. Slick, that ball sails wide, and honestly, I think Bill Kolinske and Mark Burik run off the court in this technical timeout with a smile on their face. What the hell? I don't care if I can't talk in that mask, Renee. I want a mask like that. Got to get me one of those, man. I'm doing all of this. I'm doing this. We're doing this for the people, but that mask, you got to do that for me, man. There's the back set, and beautiful play by Stafford Slick, who right now is feeling really good on all cylinders. Serve receives him pretty good, barring that ace. He's doing a better job holding his platform, which I've always had a big qualm about him. He's sometimes you see him J-hook a pass or just Billy Allen's such a good setter. You see him kind of style points, kind of hot dog a pass or two. And to me, the game is more beautiful when you do it right. Just put your forearms to it, pass the ball, leave your platform out there for about half second. Creates that hard wall, soft wall effect for the ball first. For the people that don't understand what I'm saying. And for those that still don't understand, basically hard wall, soft wall, you throw a ball against a wall underhand. Against a hard wall, it goes in the air and it stays there and it hangs for a bit. You throw it against a padded wall, it might come back the same way, but because it's padded, it gives the ball a mind of its own. And the same thing applies to serve, receive, and passing. Will it go to Billy Allen? Yeah, but you don't want to give the ball other options. And holding your platform actually, allows the ball to just hang in the air a little bit and allow the setter to get there. Setter gets some of his peripherals back, and everybody's happy. And I think at the highest level, you look at all the international teams, they're holding their platform. It's indoor-esque. All right, score is 14-10. Stafford slick jump serve. Pretty good pass. Good job facing his platform was Bill Kolinske on that. Here's a back set, Stafford slick. Wow. What a transition set and swing by Stafford slick and Billy Allen, and excellent play. They are on a roll. Right now in court 3, Tim Baumgren and Troy Field leading 9-7 on Ed Ratledge and Scala Del Sol. And there's a serve out of the middle. Avoiding the hubby wife on that is Bill Kolinske, and Bill Hayubinski Kolinske sees the last minute switch and pats it down. They need something here. They need a block by Bill. They need another ace. They need something to spark some kind of momentum change, because right now, pretty much, if you just streamline the entire match and momentum-wise, it's been all Slick and Allen. That's the line over, and that's a ball that Mark right now, I mean, he's been like a half step behind it for some reason. And these are balls when Burik is on, he doesn't even need to dive. He's just there, digs, maybe runs through or digs and stops. Let's see what we got. 16-11.
Yes, I love it. Who's up next year? You know that?
16-11. We're one away from the switch. This is court 2. Thank you for having me in your living room, Jason DeBillius. Wow, nice set, and Bill is actually playing more block avoid on that one than reading where Billy Allen was, but sheer will and athleticism will get you a point or two, and there's your switch. Mark Burik played indoor George Mason University. Very, very, very competitive Division I program. Produced a lot of good sand players. His old partner, Hudson Bates, college buddy. Andrew Dentler, for the ones that remember him, that know who he is. Very good player. All George alumni out of George Mason University. There's the block, there's a cover. Stafford Slick has been a machine. There's the dig. Transition, looking for 13. Got it! Great play, great transition play, much needed transition play by Mark Burik and Bill Kolinske. They get another one here, then the buzzards will be circling. Left shoulder serve, but wow. Wow. I really love the pass by Stafford Slick, because I was accused him of J-hooking, and that one he didn't have to worry about hooking. He stood literally in front of it. An indoor worthy step in on that serve receive, but Kolinske just clamped it, didn't he? love Schimmerman's voice. It sounds so super heroic. Sounds like he's here to fight crime. There's another serve, and that's one of the examples I was talking about. Not much of a hold on that, just kind of a jabbing motion at the pass. And wow, bringing it back. There's a free ball situation. Mark Burik on the attack, looking for 15. Burik, wow, split the hands. Kolinske, transition, line over, got it. Trailing by 1 now. Kolinske, Burik trailing as much as 8-2 in the beginning of this set, and more recently trailing as much as 16-11, have rolled off 4 straight points. Billy Allen taking a de facto timeout, cleaning his shades, walking to his partner, setting up. Might do some side bends and sit-ups. Sir Mix-a-Lot reference. Burik, will he go left shoulder middle again? He seems to really be testing that position forward, but I got to tell you, the more Stafford Slick goes in there, the more he plays with fire, hitting it wide or long. And, oh man, I didn't mean the Mystic Mac you, Mark Burik, but that ball either goes long or wide. And for now, their momentum is halted, but as far as a wave is concerned, they created a pretty big one to get back into this game, and now we have ourselves a situation, if you will. Larry Hastings, Tim Corneliuson, Jim McNamee, Kelly Campbell. Love that you guys tuned in with me. Thank you. Ball serve out of the middle. Bell almost insisted on taking that, and I think there might have been a touch, but you cannot call what you didn't see. So good job by the ref. There's an old saying I have for refereeing: if you don't see it, don't say it. You don't want to be out there guessing. You'll lose respect from all 4 competitors, and it's just a long day. Good non-call by the ref. I mean, I thought there might have been, but there's money on the line, and they're not going to. I mean, this isn't a pickup game where you call your own. That ball rolls off the top of the tape, takes an AVP tape bounce, and Burik gets the side out, and not only found themselves trailing by 2. Maybe Renee, one of you guys text Renee and ask her where the wind is going for us. I don't see a whole lot of wind, and I don't see flags or streamers on the back. I don't see the wind integrity as far as what advantage side would be, but I really love for Bill and Mark to get this 17-18 switch off, not because I'm rooting for them, but because I like close games. Nobody likes blowouts.
Okay, 16-18. Stafford's up.
Pretty nice set, and wow, beating the I formation on that is Stafford Slick, and the Macho Man walk on the switch. That looked like a jacked up, more muscular Ty Loomis on that walk. Anyone that's seen Ty Loomis after he gets a kill or a block, he's got this walk like he shot the sheriff. Jim Cesari's like, I like blowouts. Blow him out. Blow him out. Whoops. Sorry, people. 1916. Burik, perfect pass. Burik, line over. Burik, point. 17-19. Closing in within 1. Actually, it's a 2-point lead now, but closing within 1 is as close as they've ever gotten this entire match. So 17-19. Burik with the jump serve. I really like Burik's serve when he's on. He's a little bit streaky with it. And Slick, I thought he's just going to go there anyway, regardless of where the digger moved. I just thought he really likes that wrist away. He likes line on both sides of the net. And block-wise, if you give it to him, he doesn't believe people have the twitch reaction to dig that. So there you have it. Match point opportunity number 1 for Slick and Allen. There's the up and down. Bill. Kolinske. Ball goes into the tape. And so go their hopes of advancing into the next round. Winners 2-0. Slick and Allen over Burik and Kolinske. For those of you at home, for those of you on your app, on Starbucks, on your iPhone, Jason DeBias, so long.